So, with some people are, and I fall in this category. I grew up on love. I mean, I ain't saying I had a perfect childhood, because I didn't. I didn't have a perfect childhood, but I didn't have a horrible childhood either. There were some good things that happened in my life, and there were some bad things. But in all honesty, the good outweighed the bad in my childhood. So in other words, I was built up on love. I watched my mom sacrifice a lot of herself for her children. So I grew up on love. I grew up on love to the point that, honestly, all I knew how to do was love. But it was one thing that my mom didn't quite, and it's not her fault, because then you got to go back to how she was raised. But one quite thing I didn't quite pick up from my mom, and that's survival instinct. I could love with the best of them, but I'm not very good at survival. Then you got some who knows how to survive, because that's all they've ever had to do in life is survive. But then they don't know how to love, because they never felt love. So when it comes to love, that's a void in their life. And then you got others, you're talking about that third person, who knows how to balance both. So in life, we got to know how to love, and we got to know how to survive. And we have to know how to balance love and survive. In other words, you can't survive on just love. I mean, I know, the Bible tells us that love conquers many sins, love conquers all. We know that. But while you're having that love in your life, part of that love is learning how to survive. Now, I ain't saying that I don't know how to live, I don't know how to pay bills, I don't know how to, because I've been surviving for 46, finna go on 47 years. I've been surviving. So, there was some survival in me, but I hadn't really learned how to activate it and balance it with love. And there's many people in society today, they mastered how to love, but they ain't mastered how to survive. And some have mastered how to survive, but they ain't mastered how to love. And they ain't learned how to put a balance in there. Now, ways that you can tell a person who is raised on, or who is life is built on love, but not so much survival. That person that is built on love, not so much survivor, they tend to focus on the relationship, the emotion, the mental thoughts of it. They tend to focus on that more so than figuring out how to exist in life. They're very emotional people. Now, I'm not no therapist, don't, I ain't no expert in this. My only expertise is experience. That's my only expertise. I've been saying that since the beginning of this teaching. I'm not no expert. Don't try to say, hey, well, where's your credentials? I'm not an expert. I didn't go to no college. I ain't read no book. I'm not giving you statistics on how many people are committing suicide in the U.S. because it ain't about how many is committing suicide. It's about how many we gonna stop in the U.S. from committing suicide. That's the whole purpose of this teaching. Now, a person who is built on survival instinct only, they're not very emotional people. People who are built on survivor, they're more people of action. They're more people, they're more aggressive. That's a good word to use. They're more aggressive. They're more like, look, this is the way it has to happen. This is the way we got to do things. And in their mind, they're showing love based on, okay, I'm teaching you how to survive, or I'm helping you to survive, so I'm showing you I love you. Not bad. And that is a good indication of it. But remember I said a person who is built on survival only, they don't know how to receive love because they never had that experience. All they know how to do is exist in life. Live. Because that's all they know how to do. Because remember, survive means to continue to live or exist, especially in spite of danger or hardship. So all they know how to do is survive in the midst of danger or hardship. So to some people that is built on love only, when those hardships happen, it puts them in a frenzy. It puts them in a frenzy because they don't know, they don't really have that full instinct on how to survive. We got some, everybody got some form of survival instinct that naturally occur to us. And some people got some form of love instinct that naturally occur to them. But it is learning how to operate in those instincts is where we're missing. So a person who is built on survival techniques, they appear very aggressive, they appear very dominant, they appear very intense, but they don't know how to recognize love when it's among them. They don't know how to receive it. They want it, but they don't know how to receive it. So now you might be saying, okay, well what's this got to do with hell and suicide? What's this got to do with? There's one more word I want you to learn today. Now we've already talked about influence. We've already talked about being accessible. We talked about how influence is a trait that a person can see you doing that they begin to pick up. Because you can influence them, whether that influence is a good influence or a negative influence. Everybody got some form of influence in them. And it's not always a good influence. But sometimes it is a good influence. Like, this is my platform that God has given me. This is my platform. Now what I choose to do with this platform can be influential in a good way or a bad way. I can use this platform to teach and educate, or I can use this platform to try to build a name for myself. And we're going to go a little bit more into that later on. But the third word that I want you to put into your vocabulary is subjective. Subjective. Subjective means based on or influenced by personal feelings, tastes, or opinions. I can say and do certain things to get you to do things that I want you to do, and you not even realize that I'm doing subjective things. In a way, I'm kind of nudging you to go the way I want you to go, without just actually telling you, hey, go left. So subjective means that, and we was talking about this morning, y'all didn't even realize what you was hitting on. We were talking about this morning how some of us have manipulative qualities, right? We were talking about how some people have manipulative qualities where they can manipulate a person to do things that maybe that person don't want to do or that they wouldn't normally do. But that, if you really want to break that down a little bit further, is actually being subjective. That person has a technique to suggest you to do something that they want you to do, and you not even realize it.